Alrighty, guys, in this training, I'm going to go deeper into message-driven targeting around cold traffic specifically. But before I do that, I wanted to give us just a quick refresher on message-driven targeting and the philosophy here that we're learning around this methodology. So I've got two opposite ends of the spectrum here. I've got low intent copy, low converting copy, and I've got high intent, high converting copy. Now, a really good example of low intent, low converting copy is, are you missing out on nature's most powerful superfood? This was an ad copy that I had audited from a mushroom supplement brand a while back. And I noticed that they were running it in their top of funnel campaigns. But there's only one or two responses that the individual could have from that. They could either be completely unaware and they don't know if they're missing out on it, or maybe they are and they are, not necessarily aware of the benefits or the solution that this product provides to me. So I'm not really showing that high level of intent on what this can do for me. On the complete opposite end of that, high intent, high converting copy, if I'm aware of what mushrooms and mushroom supplements can do for me and do for my health, and I saw some copy or messaging that says, these are the best immune boosting mushrooms, a difference you can feel. This is a product and solution aware individual. They are very aware. They're at probably the bottom of the funnel. And the reason that I bring this up is that just because you label your top of funnel campaign, top of funnel cold traffic, doesn't mean that you're actually targeting cold traffic, because we have to meet the messaging to the potential buyer or customer where they are in their journey, philosophically, mentally, emotionally, from a pain perspective. And we have to write copy based on hitting them there in order to have a scalable structure to scale our messaging, to scale our spend, to scale our revenue through paid traffic. And so I just wanted to give us a quick refresher as we now have a look at what is the appropriate type of copy, the best, most likely, highest performing copy that you could and should be using with your top of funnel campaigns. The two types of hooks that I like to use the most in top of funnel are problem hooks and proclamation hooks. Now remember, we're looking for problem aware individuals, or at least at minimum solution aware individuals, because this tells us this is a large audience. I can spend a lot of money advertising to this audience to then move them into my remarketing or middle funnel campaign, where I can target them with more solution and product aware messaging. And so the idea here is to pull those individuals from the problem aware category based on problem hooks that make sense to them, that meet them where they are in their journey. So here's a couple of examples of problem hooks that I've had a lot of success with. This ready for a reset hook has probably helped me generate at least a couple million in sales through ads. I mean, probably in the 3 to 5 million range, if I remember correctly, truthfully. And it's really it's this hook that, really it's 5 simple words, but it can be very emotional to the right person. If I'm ready for a reset, I could be dealing with a variety of different things in my life. Bloating, fatigue. Maybe I, want to go through sort of an energy reset. Maybe I'm desiring to lose a few pounds. Maybe I've just been eating really poorly and I want to kind of flush my system. That ready for a reset has a lot of emotional feels to it. And that person is aware. They are problem aware that they have this issue, and they borderline are solution aware of, maybe they've looked at some juice cleanses and things like that. This is a pretty large audience. I do like to stay away from the completely unaware category. That is like the ice cold of all ice cold traffic. This is, like borderline Antarctic, right? Like, I'm not a big fan of the did you know style of copywriting and things like that, because if I didn't know, I'm completely aware and I have pretty low level of intent, right? And so if I'm spending a lot of money marketing to completely unaware people, how do they know I can do anything for them? You do not want to be in the business of educating people through your marketing unless you have a huge, 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 huge budget. That's what enterprise level companies do, like Apple and things like that. So those are some good examples of problem hooks. A couple of good examples of proclamation hooks are, here's one: 1 in 3 cats suffers from kidney disease caused by poor hydration. Just a really profound statement, something that's really going to capture my attention. Similarly to this one, online sales hypergrowth is achieved by performance, not sales pitches. Again, hits me on that emotional level. I can get behind it emotionally. Either I've felt that before, or like I'm worried about my cat, for example, and so it catches my attention. So I really like to use problem hooks and proclamation hooks in my top of funnel campaigns when I'm targeting cold traffic, when I'm targeting problem aware individuals. The flip side of this is if you're using, product aware or very most aware style of copy, things like this could be like offer driven headlines or offer driven copy, selling deals, things like that. Those typically are marketing to the most aware individuals. And a lot of times you're going to hit these ceilings of scale because the messaging doesn't hit, higher up in the funnel due into the level of awareness, right? And so you're going to have a hard time scaling those most aware audiences because they're much smaller. There's less people in those audiences. Where you really scale your spend and scale your revenue is in that problem aware at minimum category. The blend between solution aware and problem aware is really where you're going to be able to scale your spend so that you can scale your revenue. So I wanted to go deeper into top of funnel, cold traffic, the types of hooks that I really like to use that I've found to work the best. Refer back to your hook training exercises as well through some additional examples. We'll probably jam quite a bit in our one-on-ones to work on these hooks and work on these headlines together. And I'd love to see some of the examples that you guys are coming up with.